Hi, my name is Athiya Fahirah, and this is my presentation for Alternative Assessment Part B. Livestock supports food chains like dairy, meat processing, and textile industries, but that whole chain is under strain. As I'll show in a moment, this isn't a hypothetical problem. My topic looks at AI and expert systems for sustainable livestock farming in Malaysia from a knowledge management and engineering perspective. To start off question 1, let's start with the scale of the problem. 3 numbers tell the story. Malaysia is short by 5,900 veterinarians nationwide, with only 2,600 practitioners serving the country. That works out to a vet-to-population ratio of 1 to 13,700, when the recommended ratio is 1 to 5,000. And on the production side, Malaysia's fresh milk self-sufficiency in 2023 was just 66.8%, meaning nearly a third of our milk supply already relies on imports. This is where knowledge management comes in. KM ensures veterinary expertise is captured from experts, stored systematically, shared with farmers, and reused for future decisions. AI and expert systems turn this expertise into practical, scalable solutions, especially when there simply aren't enough human experts to go around. So given this shortage, what would I actually propose? I'd recommend a 3-layer AI strategy, each layer compensating for the fact we simply don't have enough vets to physically check every animal. The first layer is precision livestock farming, wearable sensors that track body temperature, activity, and feeding behavior in real time. I propose this as a foundation layer because it lets the few vets that we have monitor far more animals remotely, catching abnormal patterns before visible symptoms appear. The second layer is computer vision and mobile AI. Once a sensor flags something unusual, a farmer can confirm it by taking a photo. Image classification can detect diseases like foot and mouth disease and lumpy skin disease directly from a phone camera. This puts a basic diagnostic tool in the farmer's hand immediately without waiting for a vet to travel out. And the third layer is predictive analytics, combining weather, herd records, and disease history to forecast outbreaks before they even start. This is a prevention layer, shifting our limited vet resources from constantly reacting to outbreaks toward targeting where they're actually needed. Together, I propose these 3 layers work as a single early warning system. Sensors catch it first, computer vision confirms it, and predictive analytics prevents it from spreading, letting Malaysia's limited veterinary workforce focus where it matters most. Now, how do expert systems specifically support decision-making? An expert system mimics the reasoning of a veterinary expert. It has 3 core parts: a knowledge base that stores veterinary facts and rules, an inference engine that applies reasoning to symptoms entered, and a user interface where the farmer actually interacts with the system. Here's a concrete example. Say a farmer enters systems such as fever, excess salivation, and loss of appetite. The system flags a possible foot and mouth disease case, recommends isolation and vet consultation, and helps prioritize urgent cases, which reduces the reliance on insufficient vets. This is the knowledge management connection. It converts tacit knowledge, which is the experience inside a vet's head, into explicit knowledge, which are the rules that live inside a system, and keep expert advice available even when a vet isn't physical. Now let me show this in 2 real-world examples. The first is traditional expert systems by Matos and Telingon. It's a sheep disease diagnosis tool, where a farmer inputs systems such as fever, loss of appetite, and nasal discharge, and the system uses if-then rule-based reasoning to recommend a likely disease, treatment plan, and isolation procedures. Then we have a more advanced example like Sheep Doctor. It's a modern knowledge-based AI. It combines Llama 2, 13B language model, fine-tuned for veterinary diagnosis with a veterinary knowledge graph of around 1,900 disease symptom treatment relationships. It's built from a dataset of nearly 6,000 expert-verified Q&A cases. Moving on to question 2, the life cycle of this expert system. It follows 6 phases, but out of all the phases, I consider knowledge acquisition the most critical phase. Why it matters most is because it's the foundation. Poor knowledge means poor recommendation, regardless of how advanced the AI is. This is known as the knowledge acquisition bottleneck, because veterinary expertise is scarce and hard to capture. This is also where tacit expert knowledge becomes explicit reusable knowledge. The evidence is right there in Sheep Doctor. Even an advanced AI model needs extensive groundwork before training could begin. Nearly 6,000 Q&A samples collected and verified, and 1,900 disease symptom treatment relationships structured into a knowledge graph, all before a single line of training could happen. So in Malaysia's context, where veterinary expertise is already scarce, getting this phase right isn't optional. It's the foundation everything else depends on. In conclusion, AI and expert systems improve disease detection, sustainability, productivity, knowledge sharing, and decision-making in livestock farming. But the real value from a knowledge management perspective is this. They take expertise that used to live in just a handful of people's heads and make it available to every farmer who needs it. That's all from me. Thank you.